Hey, fourth graders, welcome back. I am so excited because today we finish reading A Tale of Two Poggles. Guys, this is such a good book. So I'm Mrs. Lawson. Let's go ahead and get started because I cannot wait to read with you today. So we are on the last lesson, like I already said, and our learning intention for today is we are learning to use text, key details from the text to make inferences. We also will see how summarizing a text captures the author's most important ideas or message. We know we are successful today when we can refer back to details in the text, make inferences about the text, identify main ideas in the text, identify those supporting details, and create a summary. For our vocabulary today, our first word is election. Good job, fourth graders. No one wanted her to be the mayoress any longer. At the next election, they voted her out. What's an election? Yes, people vote to elect or choose a president for an important role. Did I say president? Choose a person for an important role or position, such as mayor or president. What about this word? Transform. Good job. They set to work to transform the factory. They started by painting everything in bright colors. And then here we see how a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. So what does transform mean? Yep, to make a dramatic change. Good job, fourth graders. So again, for our foundational skill today, we are working with related words. Words are related if they have a base word in common. So what do these three words have in common? Popularize, unpopular, popularity. Can you find a related word in this paragraph from the story? The amusement park became so popular that busloads of people came to visit it every day. The cafeteria wasn't big enough for them all, so eventually cafes and an ice cream parlor opened in the town too. Yes, I see. I hear most of you found it. It is popular. So that is the base word for all of these words. Great job. So for your fluency reading today, funny, it is becoming a butterfly. So that transformation and transforming are in this story. So try and really focus on the words that are related as you read today and record yourself. It's always fun to hear yourself read and to see where you can improve. Chapter 6. Happy Poggles. In very little time, get my arrow here. In very little time, the envelope factory was sold to the people of Nether Poggle, who set to work to transform it. They started by painting everything in bright colors. All the envelopes were cleared out, and the envelope store became the bowling alley Alejandro had imagined. The mezzanine and carts were turned into roller coaster rides that swooped around the building. The chute and spinning discs became a slide and carousel. Outside, there was a skate park in the summer and a skating rink in the winter, and there was a bouncy castle and a ball pit for little kids. The cafeteria was painted, and new tables and chairs were put in place. It began serving all sorts of food and drink, and even cotton candy, too. Gloria's office became a gift shop where postcards of Nether Poggle were on sale, but now you didn't have to put them in an envelope. So on this page, let's focus. How are Alejandro and Nina good citizens of Nether Poggle? The amusement park became so popular that busloads of people came to visit it every day. The cafeteria wasn't big enough for them all, so eventually cafes and an ice cream parlor opened in the town too. A new little bakery opened to make bread and cake for the cafes. Soon, everyone in Upper and Nether Poggle wanted to shop there. Nether Poggle got its first ever bus service, and the local paper, Post of the Poggles, ran a whole page about the wonderful Nether Poggle amusement park. They interviewed Alejandro and Nina. It's a great day out for the whole family, the paper read, and all because of two clever kids, Alejandro and Nina. There was also a picture of Gloria Grabber wearing her red dress and the gold chain. But Nina and Alejandro's parents knew who had thought of the amusement park first. So did all the people who worked there. And so does absolutely everybody in Nether Poggle. Here's that newspaper they talked about. So let's go back and focus on that question. What made them good citizens of this city? What did they do to help the city? In the last chapter, they convinced everybody to buy the factory, right? So they sold it to the people of Nether Poggle, and then they transformed it into an amusement park. And how did that help everybody? Yeah, on this page right here, where did it go? Right here, it talks about how they brought in so many people that it allowed them to open up new businesses, and it's helping their community and the people there by helping them earn money. So that's really awesome. Let's keep reading. Life worked out well for the people of Nether Poggle, but you may be wondering what happened to Gloria after she sold the factory. Nobody in Nether Poggle wanted her to be the mayoress any longer, so at the next election, they voted her out. Soon afterward, Gloria drove away in her car, and no one saw her again. The rumor spread in Nether Poggle that she had traveled around the world, spending a lot of money on shoes, jewelry, and staying in very expensive hotels. That was at least until one Friday afternoon when she reappeared in Nether Poggle. Gloria still hated email and the internet, but she'd spent all of her money enjoying herself. She had to take the only job she could get, serving in the shop at the amusement park. She still wore the red dress, which was now quite faded, and she still tried to sell envelopes with the postcards. But of course, no one was interested in envelopes. And as for the rest of the town, when Gloria was voted out of the election, guess who was elected as Nether Poggle's new mayor? The people chose Nina's dad. He became a very good mayor, and if ever he needed good ideas, he just asked Alejandro and Nina. So how would you assess the new mayor's choice to ask Alejandro and Nina for their ideas about the town? Do you think that's a good idea? Well, a lot of people might think it's crazy to get advice from two kids, right? But they've shown throughout this story that they're very creative and they have good ideas and they worked out. So I don't think it's crazy at all that he goes to them for ideas because they've proven in this story many times that they have good ideas. So why is Gloria no longer an important figure in the town? Yes, people realized her policies, they were bad, making people spend more money, having no internet, all that stuff. It was not good for them. So they got her out of office and they got a new mayor. So can you explain how Gloria's decisions affected her financially? So money, how did it affect her money? And it says to use evidence in the text. So let's go back and look. So hopefully you took the time to read this. But it says right here, she spent all of her money enjoying herself. She had to take the only job she could get. So she did not use her money responsibly. She ran out of money, and the only job she could get was here in the shop at the amusement park. So let's make some inferences. Readers can use details from the text to make inferences or to determine what is probably true. To infer information, readers use what we already know, our schema, to analyze text details, so that text evidence, and decide what else they may suggest. Let's see what we can infer about life in Nether Poggle after the factory was sold. So I want you to make this chart on your paper so that we can work together to make some inferences. Wow, when you put the pages together like this, how amazing does this amusement park look, guys? Pretty great. So on this page, we can see the mezzanine and carts were turned into roller coaster rides. The chutes and spinning discs became a slide and carousel. So we can kind of look at that. Here's kind of that slide, the carousel. the roller coaster. And then over here outside, there was a skate park in the summer, skating rink in the winter. The cafeteria was painted. The postcards were on sale, but now you didn't have to put them in an envelope. So the text detail is people who bought the factory turned it into an amusement park. We just read all that information about the amusement park. So some of my own knowledge that I brought was most people worked at the factory. So now they're probably, I don't want to give you the inference yet. So I already knew most of the people in town worked at the factory. And I know that if you own something, if you own a business, they often work there too. So my inference, what do you guys think? Where do all the people work now? Yeah, most of the people in town probably work at this amusement park. What's another piece of information we can get from this page of the text? The thing that sticks out to me, fourth graders, is no one was interested in envelopes. They don't have to use envelopes. But if we think back to an earlier part of the story, I knew that everything at the beginning had to be mailed in envelopes because of some law that Gloria had made. So what inference can we make? Yes, the town got rid of Gloria's envelope rules. They don't have to use them anymore now that she's gone. All right, let's look for one more piece of information. So down here it talks about something specific, and we have a picture of it over here. It says, Nether Poggle got its first ever bus service, and the local paper Post of the Poggles ran a whole page about the wonderful Nether Poggle Amusement Park. They interviewed Alejandro and Nina. So we see that here. So we know that there's a news article about the Great Amusement Park. Makes me think about earlier in the story. Their town, what was it like? Yeah, it was dreary, nothing to do. There wasn't anything really written about them in the newspaper because it's a boring place, and you're not going to write about boring places in the newspaper. So what inference can we make? Yeah, the town was not known before, but it is now known to be exciting and kind of bustling, if you know what that means. Like, it's exciting, it's new, it's growing. So because the newspaper wrote about them, the inference I can make is, wow, that town's more exciting, or else they wouldn't write about them. So good job making these inferences, taking those text details, using our schema, and making an inference. For your reading response today, I want you to summarize the changes that Nether Poggle had on pages 41 through 43. Then, how do the illustrations help you understand these changes? So we've got here, and then these two pages. How do those pictures or illustrations help us understand the changes taking place in Nether Poggle? Have a great day, fourth graders, and I'll see you next time. Bye.